Did you watch Patrick Mahomes?
I did. I was there.
But it was insane. It's insane how he plays with pressure all around, and he never feels the pressure. Dak felt pressure
Mm.
the other day, and it made him make some throws. That interception on the crossing route, you didn't have to throw that ball. There was nobody really around him, but he got rid of the ball too quickly and messed up. So yeah, I do think they have a chance though with that offense, but they got to do it. Dak has to be the
I know.
MVP.
And
He
that's the
can't. He
thing.
cannot play like he played the other day.
There's no margin for error for the
Right.
offense, which is such a
Right.
hard way to play every single week, and that's just what it is. I ask like trading
Peter,
Mike.
Peter. I'm going to narrow that gate. I'm
Okay,
going to narrow that gate. You went the offense, and you're right, the offense. But ultimately, that offense is only going to move through Dak, and Dak has to be just no mistakes at all. You got to make you because you have the weapons and you have the players that can
that's
make the
asking a
play.
lot from anybody, Mahomes
Yes,
included. You
yes.
cannot make a
Hey,
mistake.
Patrick Mahomes do it. I'm sorry.
He does.
I would think it was out of the realm of possibility if I didn't see it Monday night. I was telling someone I watched Jordan Love hit 20
20 straight.
straight passes. And that was way less impressive. He threw for 360 yards, 4 TDs, and it paled in comparison to what I saw Patrick Mahomes do Monday night. And he didn't throw for anywhere near them
No.
numbers. It's the difference. All the Jordan Love passes he stood right back in the pocket and drop. So it was Jordan's people around him that gave him the opportunity to make those plays. Now, all of Patrick Mahomes, it was, you hear, you get a pre-snap quarterback, you got a post-snap quarterback. I call him a 3D. He has a pre-snap quarterback, post-snap quarterback, but a post-op quarterback
Mm.
also. That means when you done ran all your operations, all your defense, you think you're solid on, now he operates on you. So you can't beat him. You cannot beat him. I need Dak playing like that.
Mm. That's
You give Patrick Mahomes this team, he'll take it to the Super Bowl. And that's what Dak has to do if
yeah,
they're going to get there.
yeah.
And that's what Dak has to do if they're going. He's going to have to play with all that pressure and never feel it. Only think about winning that championship.
Does it kill you seeing Micah having the success in Green Bay? Just knowing from the Cowboys standpoint that he was traded for basically what it looks like to be 60 cents on the dollar right before the start of the season.
It kills me for both sides. I will revel in hurt and pain more so on the Cowboys side because right now, if only you had Michael Parsons, all of everything else works in concert. And that's where I think if someone asks me the biggest mistake or the biggest illusion or the biggest misperception that they had was they didn't understand how those two commingled. Why did you pay Trayvon Diggs if you're not planning on paying Michael Parsons? But Trayvon Diggs is an old receiver that's playing defensive back. So he read routes and he wants to jump that first route.
Mm-hmm.
With Michael Parsons getting to the quarterback, he had to throw that first route. So those two work well together. Now Trayvon Diggs get lit up because he's jumping the first route, but there's no pressure on the quarterback. He doesn't throw the first route. So now he's opening the second window, opening the third window, or they're running outs and ups on him. So once you gave up one, you should have, you know what I mean? That's the problem I have. But in the other side, if Michael Parsons was on this team, Dallas would be the favorites
You
right now.
think? You think?
What if just Michael Parsons were back on this team? Dallas would absolutely be the favorite right now with that team on offense and Michael Parsons alone on this team. Yes, absolutely, they would be the favorites. Now I say I heard for both sides. All of that's on Dallas side. On Michael Parsons side, listen, he really in the end did not. If you go take home money, you get a big advantage there by going to Green Bay. He didn't really get a big advantage there. He's going to pay some extra taxes over there. That deal really is about 5 years. That $42 million a year. 47 a year in new money. That's if you just chop off the last year, but we don't do that. We actually have to put that year in. He's not going to start next year. He's going to start playing this year. So it's 5 years for 42 million. They were at 41 with Jerry, with the extra year on, and you can get that year knocked off. And here's what I'm saying. You've already gotten rid of his $200 million podcast. Somebody would have given him that for that podcast. Nobody gives a damn
Fascinating.
about.
Did not think of that. No one's given a Green Bay Packer that
Nobody's
podcast.
giving you anything for your Green Bay Packer podcast. You're not getting. Your family lives here. He's already been back at the fair, the state
So
fair with his family. Why? Why would you leave? Why would you let an agent or anybody dictate to you where you can spend your career when it was not blow away money to make me leave my city? I would have made them sit their ass in the room and work it out. I don't care. Both of y'all gonna work it out. But that was just me. I just think both of them lost.
No, it's fair. It's a good take. And I would say on the open market, which he probably wouldn't have hit, they would have franchise tag, whatever. He could have dictated that
But
same money and had 10 teams that he could have chosen from.
right, anytime. Just wait. If he'd have played that thing out, it'd have been a whole different number. That would have been something different. Because then, yeah, you're right. But either way, he was in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And I just said, his house is still here. He's going to spend the rest of his life here. I don't know. I like walking around in the city that I put it down in. You know what I'm saying? It just, hey, when the restaurants are packed, they're not packed anymore. You come on, we got you. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that.